Obviously, their size behind us is problematic, but we just didn't handle the switches on the ball screens very well. We just couldn't put any points on the board, and we just let them get off to in the latter part of the first quarter. We let them hit so many open shots. They were 5 of 8 from the three-point line at halftime, and they only averaged 4 three-pointers. So we were some in zone, and we can attribute some to that, but I also just attributed some to the fact that we just didn't find shooters at that moment. And then, of course, the second half, they started just pounding us and isolating us inside. But the fact of the matter is that we just couldn't score. We could not find a way to score a basket. And I thought Cheyenne really went to work in the second half. She was doing everything that we could. I couldn't really get our guards to really get the corner turns on the posts or really look to take up the jumper behind the screen.
Really, you talk about Cheyenne, you talk about Taylor tonight. Unfortunately, you just couldn't find that third option tonight. At one point, I was looking at the numbers, and outside of Cheyenne and Taylor at one point, you only had 3 field goals for the other players.
Well, and it maybe looks like we ended with 4.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a bunch of field goals tonight anyway. Taylor Williams, of course, was hot earlier. We were trying to get her every 3 that we could. It was a tough, difficult puzzle this evening. It was a tough puzzle this evening.
Your defense did give you a chance. I know it ends up being a 21-point loss, but you only surrender 60 points to SMU. They kept you within striking distance. There was a point in the first quarter, not the first quarter, but the first half, where the team could have really rolled over. It got up to 21 points at one point. You guys worked it back to 8 in the second half.
We did, and I thought we came out with great energy in the second half. We got some turnovers. Our trapping was really, really good, and we were able to make some headway, but it largely was in transition and some off of turnovers. We got a couple transition buckets, but other than off of turnovers, I don't think we got any transition this evening. And then once we made that really good run, then they put the clamps on us, and we also had a couple turnovers after those traps, which really was a difference. But the game was really won, I think, in the first quarter.
Things don't ever get easy in the American. You've got UConn on the road. You've got Tulane at home in the regular season. So you've got the #1 team and an NCAA team that you've beaten already this year. Now you'll have to win some games of the conference tournament, but you just flush out what happened, I guess, and you try to find some momentum toward Uncasville.
We just have to move on. I mean, there's nothing we can do about this. This was a disappointing game. It's a game that probably cost us an opportunity for postseason, so it certainly hurts a little bit. But we've got to go to UConn, and we've got Tulane coming back home. So we're going to get ready, and we're going to play those games, and we got to go try to make a little noise in the tournament.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks, Jeff.